Sure, I've hosted sim racing community events before, but nothing quite like this. Say hello and welcome to the DDF Racer Bincar Championship, a full 7-round series that I'll be hosting in RaceRoom this year, featuring Britcar style multi-class racing with actual trophies up for grabs and maybe, just maybe, Jimmy Broadbent on the grid in his Praga 2. The Bincar Championship kicks off on Saturday the 11th of February and runs throughout 2023 with one round each month until the finale at Silverstone on Saturday the 12th of August. Stopping along the way at Zolder, Gelleresen, Chang, Bathurst and Sonoma, each round will consist of two 45-minute races spaced 12 hours apart at 8 AM UTC and 8 PM UTC to give everybody in the community the best chance of being able to take part. You can do both races if you like, I will be, but only your best finish from each round counts. And then, to help those who might need to skip a month for whatever reason, only your best 6 out of 7 rounds will count as well. There are 3 cards available to pick from, each getting the lap times in completely different ways, and each car class being limited to only 10 slots. In the fastest class is the Praga R1, which uses its aero to come alive in the mid to high speed corners, but with no traction control, no ABS and an open diff, it can be a tricky car to drive on the limit, especially in terms of rear grip on corner entry. It's a proper challenge and you'll need to be at the top of your game to succeed here, especially if Jimmy, you know, the actual real life Praga racer, is on the grid in his Goldie. In the mid-class is the Audi TT RS VLN, a front-wheel drive legend more suited to the longer races than your usual TCR-style car. It has immense acceleration out of the corners and, provided you manage the front wheel spin and don't overheat the tyres, should only be a few seconds behind the Praga per lap at most circuits. It's also very good on fuel, so might even spring a strategic surprise or two at some point. And in the slowest class is the iconic Mazda MX-5, a proper driver's car which relies on keeping the momentum up through the corners. Although it might be several seconds behind the Audi per lap and even further back on the Pragas, don't be put off by the lack of speed. It's a superb handling car and never fails to produce close and exciting racing. I've got no doubt that the majority of the epic wheel-to-wheel battles will be at this end of the pack. Using a Britcar style point system which equally rewards participation, consistency and podium finishes, with an additional bonus point on offer for pole position, each class will have their own individual scoring, with each overall class championship winner receiving an actual physical custom engraved trophy, very generously donated by DDF community legend Sticky. Thanks mate! Now I can't force you to stick with the same car for every race, but it is worth noting that your points are scored per class, so if you switch mid-season then you basically start from 0 again. RaceRoom can't currently enforce a hard limit of 10 cars per class, so should there be more than 10 cars per class for some reason, then only the top 10 will score points. All race registrations and servers will be handled by Just Race, which is completely free and web-based, doesn't need any plugins or software installation to work. Simply go to ddf.justrace.net and create an account if you haven't already, link your RaceRoom, Discord and Steam accounts, and then you're good to go. Registration for each round will automatically open 3 weeks in advance, along with the official practice server going live, and on the Just Race portal you'll see a countdown until the next event goes live. You can also check out the entry list by using this icon here, and these icons on the right hand side allow you to register for the event, join the practice server, and also join the race server when it goes live. One of the good things about using Just Race is that it will automatically take you into the server in RaceRoom with the pre-selected car that you've registered for, so no need to search through the RaceRoom lobby or go through all the menus again. Now if you do get disconnected or need to leave the server for some reason, you can rejoin the server directly through RaceRoom itself by using the server password, which Just Race will show on the web portal when you join the server. Now this is to avoid having to completely close RaceRoom down and open it again, which could take an extra few minutes. Once you're in, there'll be a 20-minute practice session, 10 minutes of quali, which will be private so that you don't have to share the track with other traffic and worry about getting held up on your lap, and then a 5-minute warm-up for any last-minute driver briefings before the 45-minute race starts. The start itself will be rolling, with fuel use and tyre wear set to 2 times normal, fixed setups will be in effect, and damage is on limited, not full. Blue and yellow flags will also be in effect, but will not cause penalties. However, repeated track limit violations will result in slowdowns, and there will be an instant point limit, so just keep an eye on that. Now, most races are expected to feature one pit stop for all cars on fuel and maybe tyres as well, but it's definitely worth doing some practice runs in advance to see whether you could potentially stretch out your strategies. Once the race progresses, due to the difference in lap times between the different cars, it's going to get very busy on track with traffic, so even though it's only a 45-minute race, keeping your cool and playing the long game around others with very different closing speeds is what's going to be most important in this championship. Quick disclaimer, as I am recording this video in advance of the championship even starting, these events may be subject to slight changes after the pre-season test race at Portimao on January the 21st, which I would strongly encourage you to take part in if you can. Sign-ups and the practice server is already live, so just go to ddf.justrace.net. To make sure you stay up to date with the championship, get the official Sporting Rules and Regulations PDF, and also to chat with your fellow competitors, make sure you head over to the DDF Discord server, where there's also a dedicated Bincar voice comms channel to use throughout all of the events and on the practice servers. Now obviously there's going to be a little bit more to it than that, but that should cover the basics. If I've missed anything obvious, or if you have any questions, then please do let me know in the comments, or head over to the DDF Racer Discord server. Honestly guys, I am so hyped for this. It's going to be an awesome championship, and I can't wait to see you out there on track.